This video is kindly being sponsored by PaySend. Get 3 free transactions using the discount code Afzal3 at checkout. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. 2 of the most important questions that you're going to need to answer before you enter the world of work are 1, what do you want to study at university? And 2, what career do you want to pursue after you graduate? Now in today's video, we're going to be comparing the career trajectory and progression of a 20-year-old up to the age of 30 if they pursue a career in software engineering. And then we're going to compare that against if they pursued a career in investment banking. For some careers, you actually don't need to study a relevant degree like marketing or human resources. For others, like medicine, you do. Nowadays, if you find yourself studying a STEM subject at a top tier university, all of your peers and your mates and your course mates are probably keen on breaking into 2 industries in particular. These 2 industries are namely investment banking and software engineering. Okay, so we've got a software engineer and we've got an investment banker. Our software engineer is Jane. She is a 22-year-old Stanford graduate. She is graduating having majored in software engineering, and she's going to pursue a career at LinkedIn in software engineering. And then we've got Rich, who majored at Harvard in economics, and he's going to join Goldman Sachs as an investment banking analyst, also at the age of 22. Now keep in mind, between the ages of 20 and 22, they probably did a few internships, and so they earned income there. But we're going to focus on the income from full-time positions, so 22 to 30. So just like many jobs, the software engineering title and role is pretty straightforward in terms of career progression. The longer you stay at the firm, the more experience you get, and so the higher your pay goes. In Jane's first 2 years, between the age of 22 and 23, she's going to take home around $200,000. At this point, she's just an entry-level engineer. After she spends 2 years as an entry-level engineer, she's going to become an engineer. And between the ages of 24 and 25, she's going to take home around $290,000 per year. And then Jane realizes, you know what, I've been at LinkedIn for 4 years now. It's kind of time to move on. I could probably negotiate a higher salary somewhere else. For the next 3 years, between 26, 27, 28, she decides to go and join Airbnb, where she gets a pay package of $420,000 per year. And then at 28, 29, she becomes a manager. She kind of knows what she's doing. She's got people reporting into her. She becomes the head of a team. And then she's taking home at the age of 29 and 30 around $550,000 per year. In terms of pound sterling, that's about 385 to 400,000 pounds per year at the age of 29 to 30. So between the ages of 22 and 30, she would have earned over or around $3.3 million pre-tax. Now let's see how that compares to Rich, who pursues a career in investment banking. Before we carry on, it's that time of the video where I need to introduce today's video sponsor, PaySend. Now PaySend is an international money transfer company, and they both have an iOS and an Android app. Now if you're anything like me, and if you've ever tried to send money abroad, you will know that it is super frustrating. It can be quite expensive, and it's usually quite hassle-some, right? However, using PaySend to send money abroad has made things hassle-free. Downloading the app is pretty straightforward and easy, and also to send money is pretty straightforward as well. All you have to do is select the destination where you want to send your money. You can view the rates, and then it's straightforward to add a discount code in order to get your free transactions. And some of the benefits and reasons that I like PaySend include bank level security, fixed fees, global coverage, instant processing, 24/7 support, simple transfer methods, it's fast and hassle-free, and best of all, they've got over 3 million customers, so you know you're in safe hands. PaySend is available on the iOS App Store as well as the Android App Store, so whether you're on Android or Apple, you can download the app and check them out. Best of all, if you hit the link in the video description below and use the code Afzal3, you'll get 3 free transactions. So hit the link in the video description below, check them out, and without any further ado, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we spoke about Jane and pursuing a career in the software engineering field. Now let's talk about Rich. Rich is an investment banker at Goldman's, and he is 22, similar to Jane. Now let's see how he starts earning money. So between the ages of 22 and 24, Rich really enjoys working in IBD. He loves the long hours. So his average pay for those first 3 years are around $140,000. Now keep in mind, these figures include his bonuses. So between 22 and 24, he's an analyst, and then he gets promoted at 25 to be an associate. So between 25 and 27, he's an associate, and his salary and bonus bumps up, and the average for those 2 or 3 years is going to be around $330,000. Rich seems to be smashing it at Goldman's, and so at the age of 28, he gets promoted to a VP, vice president. And so between 28 and 30, his take-home pay on average per year is $650,000. If we convert that to pound sterling, it's around 450 to 470,000 pounds per year in sterling. So by the time Rich is 30, he would be on an annual compensation of around $650,000 per year, whereas Jane at that time was on $550,000 per year, so 100k difference. However, Jane's total compensation between 22 and 30 pre-tax was $3.3 million, and Rich's would be $3.1 million, so short by $200,000 pre-tax. Obviously, it goes without saying, take these numbers with a pinch of salt, because there is a huge range across companies, depending on the size of the company, depending on the location of the company, depending on the individual, their performance, so on and so forth. But these are the data points and the numbers that are most easy to find on the internet. And once again, I'm referring for this video to an article which is linked in the video description. Do check it out. So the trend that we see is software engineers actually tend to make more money in their earlier years, but the investment bankers tend to benefit by staying at the company longer, because the increase jumps at a faster rate the more senior they become. And so if you're in investment banking, once you hit VP or MD or partner level, that's where the real money is made. You can see all the numbers in these 2 charts here, and it just shows the different pay and the cumulative pay that Jane and Rich have earned throughout their years between the ages of 22 and 30, working in software engineering and working in investment banking. Now, the article raises a few caveats at the end which are fair and they're very important. These 2 scenarios are very hypothetical. They're very common but very hypothetical, so it's always important to keep that in mind. Real life does tend to be a lot more messier in terms of one's career progression and career route and earnings potential. Keep in mind, in both of these careers, you're going to be expected to work extremely hard. On the investment banking side, you're going to be working 70, 80, 100 plus hour weeks, right? So you can be subject to burnout easily. Can you last 8 years in an industry where you're going to be putting in so much work, and you might get sick of it, you might burn out? Is that healthy? Is that what you want? On the engineering side, a significant portion of your pay, of your compensation, is going to be tied up in equity. That would be amazing if you were at a company like Airbnb early on and then they IPO'd. You'd be a millionaire, billionaire overnight. However, sometimes you might want to leave. Like Jane, she left LinkedIn. She would probably have to give up some of her equity if she had some tied up in her compensation. So, on the tech side, a lot more of your compensation is tied up in equity. On the investment banking side, there's less work-life balance. You're more prone to burning out. And then also on the investment banking side, a lot of investment banking analysts do 2 or 3 years and then they leave that investment bank. They go to a private equity shop, they go do VC, venture capital investing, or they join a hedge fund. So not many people stay in one role forever, so keep that in mind as well. Have you learned anything new from this video? What are your thoughts? Did you or would you consider the alternative career? Why not? Let me know in the comments below. I genuinely want to know some of your thoughts and your reasons for pursuing these careers. And if you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment, leave a like, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.